Hello, traders. Welcome to another daily outlook and setup, another trade breakdown. I remain your host, Haven Dasanad, and in this video, I'm going to break down my trade on GBP CAD today. We're going to start from the daily, work our way to the 4 hour, and to the 1 hour time frame, which is my entry time frame. And we're going to talk about my entry criteria and my trade methodology. So, firstly, um, the first thing I always do when I go to look at any currency pair or chart or whatever is I want to try to understand the overall direction. Um, in that market, are we in an uptrend or are we in a downtrend? And depending on the overall direction, that will give me my overall bias. So um, there are two major time frame I utilize when I'm looking for the overall direction, either the daily time frame or the 4 hour time frame. Now, the idea of making an analysis on the daily time frame is a little bit different from making an analysis on the 4 hour time frame, right? And that's because if you make your analysis on the daily time frame, then you'd have to look at daily structure level and daily Q level, right? Because potentially what's likely going to happen is that the market is going to react at the daily. If your overall bias is on the daily time frame, then the market is going to react to daily resistance and support, and not the 4 hour support or resistance. So if your overall direction is on the 4 hour time frame, the market is going to react to the 4 hour resistance and support level. So but on this particular trade on GBP CAD, I based my analysis on the daily time frame, the overall direction on the daily time frame. So um, let's be careful too and work with me here. So price created a high and created a low. It then created a high that was lower than this previous high, so creating a lower high. It then created a low that was lower than this previous low and created a high lower than this previous high. So at this time, we could say that the market is in a downtrend because it's creating series of lower lows, lower high, lower low, lower high, and lower low, and the lower high, right? So now that we have understand, or now that we have identified that the overall direction of the daily time frame is we are in a downtrend, so we'd have the bias in the at the back of our mind that we are only interested in taking sales and not looking for the buy or trying to catch the low. And that's one thing when it comes to trading. A lot of traders they tend to do. They tend to disregard the overall direction, whether it is in the on the daily time frame or on the 4 hour time frame. They tend to disregard the overall direction and just trade based off support and resistance. Now, support and resistance is is good to trade from, but it's much more. You have a higher win ratio when you take into consideration the overall direction. So whether if the market gets to support or market get to resistance, the overall direction is key and it's important. So understanding the overall direction on the daily time frame is that we are in a downtrend. We can then go to the 4 hour time frame and look at recent price action. Right? So I'm going to draw this arrow to indicate to us that we are in a downtrend. So we're in a downtrend, and now we have to understand the recent price action. So, like I said, price created uh, this high and created a low, lower than this low, and it created a high, lower than this high, and then broke this previous low to create a new lower low for us. And now at this time, what we should be looking for as traders is to wait for price to react from this lower low and um, give us a new lower high, and we will want to take the trade from the new lower high. So going into last week Thursday, price did break this previous lower low, broke the previous lower low to the downside. So we have the breaker structure to the downside, and then we waited for price to make its way back into a level that we could potentially take a trade from. Now, then the other factor, and I think the other key factor that a lot of traders struggle with is to find the level where they want to take the trade from. We have identified that the overall direction is in the downtrend. We have identified the breaker structure. Where do I take the trade from? That's the next big question. Well, there are a lot of ways you can do this. Um, I like to utilize the GAN box too. You could utilize the FIB too. You could utilize the resistance tool, or any of those other methods. But it depends on the momentum and the pressure at which price broke the structure to the downside, right? If you had right now, we had a lot of intraday bullish, uh, you know, bearish, structure. We had the high, we had the low, we had the high, we had the low, we had the high, and we had the low. So we can either decide to take this trade from this lower high. We can either decide to take the trade from this lower high. So the 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 issue a lot of trader face is trying to market this level. So what I do is I use the gun box tool, and I take the tool from this high to this low. And now what we do have now is that we have the premium, and then we have the discount. So let me just write out. We have the I use P would identify as premium, which is a high price, and D would identify as discount, which is a low price. So whenever price is below is inside the discount zone, I'm not interested to take a trade. So let me give you an example. Well, traders would see this as a break of structure, right? But price is not going to our premium, level in the market, so we're not interested in looking for trade. But as a newbie trader, what you expect is that you want to put your support zone right here, and you say that I want price to get back to this area of support, which is going to turn resistance, and I'm going to take a trade from this zone. So a lot of traders did that, and you can see that the market moved, you know, in that direction for a while, and then took them out with this big bullish candlestick. So to avoid such trade going against you is, I would say, you'd wait for the market to actually get to the premium level before you look to take a sell trade, right? And if you look to take a buy trade, you wait for price to get to discount, then you need to take a buy. But if you're looking to take a sell and you're taking a sell below premium, then or you're taking a sell in discount, you are likely to get stopped out. So to avoid this, I use this tool, the premium discount tool, or the GAN boss tool. You can find it right here. You said the GAN Buster, right? And you could put the settings. Let me just open that so you can see my settings. And pretty much, you can leave the 1 to 0.5, and so pretty much this is my setting on the GAN Buster. So pretty much, so waited for price to get to the premium level, and then I looked for areas uh, around the premium level to take myself from. So first, I can identify this as um an interesting area in the market, because we had price creating a support right here. We had a support being formed, and then we had price break below support, came back, and that level acted as the level of resistance in the market. So when we had price trading back after the breaker structure, we had price trading back into a premium level, and then also into a level of interest when we had the support and resistance. It was easy for me to turn to the 1 hour time frame, which is my entry time frame, and take a sell from this level. So my trade, um, somewhere like this, You see the trade in your screen in a short time. So, and my target was right here. I mean, right here. But in between, I did have a lot of take profit. I had like two take profit in this trade. I think I had a take profit right here. I had another right here, and then I had the final take profit right around this level. So guys, this is my trade on GBP CAD today. The sell trade. We understand that in the daily time frame, on the daily time frame, we are in a downtrend. So the market is in a downtrend. We went to the 4 hour time frame where we identified the breakup structure. We waited for price to get to the premium level in the market, and we took a sell from an interesting area where we had support and resistance, and took the trade on the 1 hour time frame. This is my entry, this is my take profits. So right here, this is the trade so far on my MP4. And so yes, I hope you all found this interesting. And if you did, please drop a comment on what you were actually looking at today, what currency pair you were looking to trade, and what your setup was like. Drop a comment, and if you find this post useful, please smash the like button, and um, don't forget to subscribe to the channel because I'll be posting more video like this every single day. It will be the daily outlook and trade breakdown. So don't forget to subscribe, drop a comment, and smash the like button. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.